Welcome to Days Behind, where we unveil the trivia and stories behind holidays and national days. This day remains one of the most striking paradoxes in the Christian calendar. And this year, Good Friday is observed on April 3rd, a name that seems to stand in direct opposition to the event it commemorates. The name can feel entirely strange, almost jarring, to those unfamiliar with its long history and theological weight. How can a day marked by an agonizing execution be considered good, inviting believers and onlookers alike to pause and consider the heart of the story? The core of Good Friday is the historical and theological remembrance of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in first-century Jerusalem. It is the moment when the central figure of the Christian faith was put to death in one of the Roman Empire's most brutal and public forms of punishment. For Christians, this is not merely a historical footnote, but the pivot upon which the entire story of salvation turns. Good Friday remembers the crucifixion of Jesus in Jerusalem. Nails, thorns, a cross, signs of suffering. Why call it good? Some trace the phrase to God's Friday, much like goodbye came from God be with ye. Others use good in the older sense, holy. Most Christians see goodness in what followed, redemption offered through willing suffering, crowned by Easter's rising hope. Therefore the mood is somber, not celebratory. Churches keep silence and pray, walking with Christ in his final hours. Many also fast, bread left untouched, a simple glass of water. This quiet honors sorrow while trusting that life can emerge from loss. That paradox, grief held with hope, is the heart of Good Friday. The solemnity of Good Friday is observed by Christians across the globe, yet the specific customs and rituals that mark the day form a rich and varied tapestry of faith. In Jerusalem, the day holds a particularly visceral power. Christian pilgrims from every corner of the world gather to walk the Via Dolorosa, or the Way of Sorrows. This is the traditional path that Jesus is believed to have walked on his way to crucifixion. Many carry large wooden crosses, stopping at the 14 stations of the cross to pray and reflect. The atmosphere is thick with emotion, a slow, somber procession through the ancient city's narrow streets, connecting contemporary faith directly to the historical landscape where the event took place. In many parts of Europe, particularly in Catholic countries like Spain and Italy, the day is marked by elaborate and solemn processions. Across Latin America, Passion plays turn town squares into living scripture. In Mexico, Guatemala, and Peru, whole communities act, pray, and carry crosses together. In the Philippines, devotions are intense yet reverent, solemn processions, prayers, and vows. All aim to draw the ancient story close to everyday life. Fun fact, Good Friday is also called Holy Friday or Great Friday. In German, it's Karfreitag, Sorrowful Friday. In Western churches, the date shifts with the Paschal full moon after March 21, so it can fall between March 20 and April 23. From sorrow to quiet hope, these practices lead into the arc of Holy Week. Good Friday, in all its solemnity, does not stand alone. It is the second act of the Easter Triduum, a three-day passage at the heart of Holy Week. Maundy Thursday's evening remembrance begins it. Good Friday holds the cross. The Easter Vigil keeps watch in the night, and Easter Sunday breaks with dawning hope. This is a single arc, from profound sorrow through a day of quiet waiting into the returning light of life. After Good Friday's mournful services, the church enters Holy Saturday's hush, altars bare, bells silent, no mass, a faithful stillness. 3 simple candles, one gone, one waiting, one aflame, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.